Biden just admitted publicly that he said, and I quote, he screwed up the debate and then offended a bunch of Black-owned business owners and had a really awesome teleprompter gaffe. I just absolutely love what is happening. This is pure entertainment. And guys, if you want more content like this, make sure and subscribe. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and tell me what you think. But as he's on the campaign trail and he is desperate to try to fix what's happened with this debate, he actually admits he screwed up, which I will give him the slightest credit for, because I think we've heard, it's up to 15 excuses now? Oh, well, we didn't like his makeup. His staff is to blame. He was underprepared. He was overprepared. Let's go ahead and make him orange like Donald Trump, even though we've made fun of Donald Trump for how long on this? What else was it? Jet lag? Even though he had over a week to recover from the jet lag, he's traveled too much. He can't actually work after 4 p.m. He's only good from the hours of 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. He has a cold. How many more excuses? And sound off and tell me in the comments if I'm missing any. But I want you to take a look at this, guys, and then we're going to discuss. I screwed up. Joe Biden addresses debate performance with Milwaukee radio host. From Washington, President Joe Biden, in a Milwaukee radio interview on Wednesday, said he screwed up during the debate with former President Donald Trump last week, making some of the first public comments from the president since the event. It only took a week, guys. Only a week. I had a bad night, Biden told Milwaukee radio host Earl Ingram in a pre-recorded interview set to air Thursday morning. And the fact of the matter is that I screwed up. I made a mistake. That's 90 minutes on stage. Look at what I've done in 3.5 years. Here's what bothers me, guys. We keep hearing people who support him say 90 minutes doesn't define him. It's not 90 minutes. We're not worried about 90 minutes. Now, they know that the average person may have only really over the last few years really tuned into the 90 minutes. People like me and other people have been calling this out. I'm not even a conservative, guys. I'm just somebody who's looking at the situation, trying to be fair and unbiased and be a critical thinker. He's been doing gaffes like this for so long. He trails off. He doesn't know what he's saying. The fact that we have to wonder if he crapped his pants because it looks like that and looks so bad, this wasn't 90 minutes. And I'm just really, really tired of that lie consistently happening. And he says, I screwed up. I made a mistake. What, one mistake? What was the mistake? I want to know what he thinks the mistake is he made. It was, I made several mistakes. And did you really make mistakes, or is that just where you were with your cognitive decline? And again, when it comes to mistake, it's like, I want to know what he thinks the mistake is. I really want to know what's going on there. And I hope this interview Friday that happens, they go ahead and they grill him more on what that is. Because he didn't just do one little thing. The whole thing was pretty much a disaster. And it has been for weeks, months, and years. The comments made during an interview with Ingram Wednesday are among the first from the president following a shaky debate performance that highlighted questions about Biden's age and led some Democrats to call to replace him at the top of the ticket. Biden has said he plans to stay in this race. About 1 minute of select clip from Biden's interview was provided to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Ingram, a longtime Biden supporter, told the Journal-Sentinel he spoke with the president for 20 minutes. The full interview will air 8 a.m. Thursday on Walk AM 540. During the interview, Biden also touted his efforts to engage minority communities and noted his work appointing Black judges according to the short clip. Like when he went after Thomas Clarence, when he went after him when he was coming into being a judge, or how about when he told Charlemagne the God, if you don't vote for me, you ain't Black. See, it's stuff like that. Or what about the 1994 crime bill? What about coining the term with Hillary Clinton, super predators, when it comes to Black people and other minorities? He did that. And what I love is nobody actually goes off of the actions of these people. It's all these buzzwords and buzz phrases. And because the media decided to misconstrue what Trump said, and maybe he could have said it more elegantly about people coming over from the border, Trump wasn't wrong. We have horrible trafficking issues there. It's not a safe situation for those people, even the people seeking asylum. And we can't feed our families now. Now the minority communities who are hit the hardest, who need the social programs, it's all going to other people. This is not about whether or not I'm pro-immigration or against immigration. I'm pro-helping everybody, but it's literally common sense rule. You got to help yourself before you help everybody. So why are people who aren't Americans, why are we giving all our energy to them before we actually help ourselves? You can't be helping from an empty cup when your cup runneth over, but our cups are empty. And I just don't like this. And I don't like this hypocrisy that he's done when it comes to minorities. And how Trump said something that apparently people decided to take fully out of context what he said. He's the world's biggest horrible person when it comes to minorities. And look at everything that Biden has done. He's said, but he's also done. How many people, how many minorities did he put into prisons, guys, which is forced slave labor? How many has he done that to with that 1994 crime bill, he and Hillary? I picked a black woman to be my vice president. Translation, I did that for optics. I've appointed the first black woman to be a Supreme Court justice, Biden said. I've appointed more black judges, more black women judges than every other president in American history combined, that if you don't vote for him, you ain't black, quote Joe Biden. He attacked Trump for recent comments the presumptive Republican nominee made about black workers. I'm sorry to get so worked up, Biden said. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. But he's done terrible things in the community. Did he jail all those people with that 1994 crime bill, Joe? Is that what Trump did? Or are those your actions calling them super predators? And he's had about as much interest and concern for black minority communities as the man on the moon does. Just like when you made fun of Trump's felonies. How many minorities have had felonies? Unfairly. Remember, the left, the woke, were the ones pushing the fact that minorities are being treated unfairly many times, and many times they are. I'm not here to argue that, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have both sides. You, Joe Biden, have done more harm for the black and minority communities than anyone. And the fact that he says sorry to get so riled up, you don't actually care about these people. And that's what bothers me. You do not care about minorities who need our support and help. Funny enough, with Joe Biden being in office, when it comes to actually making things better for minorities, what has he done? Anybody one step closer to reparations? And when I say reparations, I think they deserve reparations, but also I think all Americans deserve reparations from what these evil corporations have done and what our government has done. Has anybody's lives been better off since he took office? I don't think so. And it says, Biden is set to visit Madison Friday. The interview was recorded the same day Biden met with 24 Democratic governors from across the country as he sought to tamp down concerns from within the party about the place at the top of the ticket. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers was the only Democratic governor to miss the meeting. Evers didn't attend the meeting because he's focused on moving forward and winning Wisconsin, Evers spokeswoman Britt Cuddeback told X. Or is it that he knows Biden isn't going to be there soon and he doesn't want to waste his time? He supports President Biden. His comments in support of the president over the last week speak for themselves, and he looks forward to campaigning with the president on Friday. Several governors after the meeting indicated they remained behind Biden. He has our backs through COVID. Through all the recovery, all the things that have happened, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz told reporters, the governors have his back. A path to victory in November is the number one priority, Walz added, and that's the number one priority of the president. So that's what we're trying to get done. Milwaukee is set to host the Republican National Convention starting July 15th. So he's in Wisconsin trying to campaign and drum up support. And the governor there who he's supposed to meet with can't be bothered to meet with him. I think it's because they know he's not going to be running much longer. Why would you waste your time? And why would you publicly then throw all your support behind this guy when you know he's pretty much cooked and pretty much done? For the rest of my life, I'm going to want answers to Joe Biden for the 1994 crime bill, because unlike Joe Biden, I actually do care about minorities. And I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, I don't mean to, but black communities, brown communities, Hispanic communities, Native American communities, nobody ever talks about the natives, the Asian communities, which keep getting discriminated against, nobody talks about. I want to talk about the 1994 crime bill and how is Trump the worst person in the world, where Trump did so much when it comes to actually helping those communities, and he jailed them. In fact, he was the biggest supporter. He was pushing through jailing them. And look at what he did to the black judge, Thomas Clarence. I want to know, what do you guys think about all this? What do you think about my assessment? Am I missing something? Tell me your thoughts, guys. Sound off in the comments, subscribe, hit that like button. I've got more coming.